Hi friends, I want to talk about project management in times of COVID-19 or after that and what really matters. So I'm Vishali Agarwal. I work as a product manager in Expedia on the booking platform. So let's continue. So what is product management is about? It's about the product strategy, product development or product marketing. The core of product management are people or the market itself. Now let's talk about the current situation. It's a complicated situation. Our belief system is threatened. Normal is not normal. Going to grocery store seems like a challenge. States and countries are in lockdown. I could have never imagined it. On a personal front, some of us are away from families. Some are fighting this war, standing in front. Some are going through a fear of loss or unfortunately coping with the loss. On a societal aspect, meeting your grandparents, hugging your friends, socializing is a big no-no. Industry, travel and hospitality are hit hardest. So many restaurants have been shut. Cruises become a scary word. Economy-wise, yeah, activities have slowed down. People will think before buying big budget items. I've lost track of how many organizations are following people or letting go employees. Daily wage earners are having a rough time. And worse, the timeline of all this is uncertain. In the middle of all this, I looked around and saw what different companies are doing. That gave me hope. That made me learn few things. And I'm going to share that with you. So this presentation is about hope. Empathy more than ever, not just what you say, how you say it, not just what you do, how you do it. Let's look at this ad from Verbo. Look at the headline, committed to you and your family's safety. Everything else is secondary. This is what matters. This is from Microsoft's website. In this message, they are talking about people affected, medical professionals, well-being of employees, and communities. What you do matters. PepsiCo is distributing 15 million meals worldwide. Google and Microsoft are giving away enterprise conferencing too. So many people are working from home, and this will be super helpful for small companies and employees as well. Speed matters. Get creative. Unblock your thieves. In many of these situations, project managers are not the ones getting across the wall. We have to help our teams get across the wall because it is time sensitive. We have to get them there. In Expedia, sprints are 2 weeks, but teams across the board came together to launch features to help customers self-serve within days. In these difficult times, we want to help customers in whatever way we can, and we want to quickly respond to their needs. Amazon removed hundreds of thousands of high-priced offers. First COVID case in US was confirmed on January 20th, and this headline is published on March 6th. There is no time. You have to respond immediately. Groupon. Groupon is sending these emails to its customers, and they're extending the expiry of their coupons. Many of these coupons are from small mom and pop businesses. They work quickly with merchants to figure out what is the best option for customers as well as for these businesses. Liberty Mutual. They have rolled out personal auto customer relief fund. For many, every dollar is important right now. This feature is a boon for people in financial distress, a super time-sensitive feature. Many teams would have spent hours to make this happen. This is not core business, but it's about core values. It's about the right thing to do. It's about following your gut feeling. Let's look at some of these headlines. GM, Tesla, they're making ventilators. Dior and Nordstrom, which are high fashion brands. They're trying to make masks and gowns. because that's the value that they represent, because that's the way they want to give back to the society. We all know what Coca-Cola is. They're making face shields. Distilleries are making hand sanitizer. Why these companies are doing what they are doing? Because it's the right thing to do at this moment. You have to follow your gut. You have to focus on what your core value represents. Your company, your brand, your product. You have to reevaluate your priorities. It's a very different landscape, having very different customer needs. Amazon is focusing on delivering essentials to customers. When both my kid and husband were sick in the first week of March, I knew how I wished that every single medicine that I needed should just appear. Nothing else was important. ABC Mouse is an early learning site. I use it for my 5-year-old. In March, they rolled out a feature to help kids learn at home. There is curriculum broken by days. Not sure if this feature was already on their backlog, but it felt so relevant. Many parents are working from home with kids and want to keep them engaged. It is hard to figure out how to club activities to create a daily schedule based on curriculum. This is super helpful, and trust me, it's super fun as well. This is from Zoom's website. Zoom was in the middle of a lot of things, but the point that I want to highlight is that they had this rich resource section available to help people across the spectrum: education, telehealth, working from home, or with virtual events. Facebook has a massive user base. Consider Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp together. Combating misinformation is a Herculean task. Facebook invested 100 million in news industry and supported fact checkers. It prohibited exploitative tactics in ads and banned ads for medical face masks and sanitizers, disinfecting wipes, COVID-19 test kits. We have to empower the future by empowering communities. It's not the tools you have faith in. Tools are just tools. They work or they don't work. It's the people you have faith in or not. Steve Jobs said this. So very true. It's the people who will build communities. It's the people who will empower communities. This is on Wells Fargo website. They are suspending residential property foreclosures, offering assistance for credit card, mortgage, small businesses, and personal lending. City is working on relief for small businesses. Uber is partnering with National Restaurant Association Employee Relief Fund. Google Cloud is making data freely accessible for better public outcomes. And if you think these are all big fishes, I want to share a few more headlines with you. There was this piece in New York Times about how saloons, bike shops, and delis are trying to help communities. Fox Business had this headline about food trucks. CNBC had this article about small businesses extending lifeline of employers and communities. And Emerson talked about how pandemic has brought communities together through acts of kindness. So here are my key takeaways, something I learned and I want to share with you. We are the product managers. We have to negotiate what goes out. We have to negotiate how our product should be. So let's have more empathy than ever. Let's cast a wider net of empathy, not just like particular groups or sections of customers, but the communities, the ecosystems. We have to be more empathetic towards them. We have to be quick in our response. Things cannot wait for long. We don't want another of such situation. We don't want a pandemic to come back and awaken us and make sure that we are doing the right thing. We have to be quick this time. We have to respond to the situation. We have to respond what's needed at this moment. We have to focus on our core values. What do we represent as a product manager, as a company, as a brand? What exactly do we represent? What our core values are? Yes, core business is very important because that's something that gets us money at the end of the day, and that's how the economies are run. But values are how communities and societies are created. We have to revisit our priorities. We might have a full backlog, but now is the time for us to consider what's most important, what we want to do right now. We have to empower the future by empowering communities. We have to lead from the front. We have to lead by the example. We have to make that change happen. We have to invest in our future. We have to empower our communities. Our product should represent that. This is a beautiful saying that I've come across so many times. They may forget what you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. And that is the takeaway. They will never forget how you responded to this new normal, this new, very different normal that we are heading to. We have to make sure that they feel the right thing about us. We do the right things for them. And that brings us to the end of this presentation. I have a question for you. What do you think will be one thing you would like to do differently for your product? Or what is that one thing that you want to change? Please comment if you have any questions, any concerns, any queries. Please comment. I'll try to respond to them. Thank you.